The words were loud, shouted in his face, shame in the middle of a crowd. Hands tight around his neck and he could no longer breathe. He struggled, hot tears beginning to stream along his face. And then suddenly he was let go and he fell, his knees scraping into the graveled ground. He begged and begged. He was dragged up to stand again, held by his upper arm in a tight grip. And then there was darkness. When he awoke, he was sitting in a cell, light struggling through a tiny window high above his head. Life, at least as he had ever known it, was over. In the book of Matthew, Peter, a disciple of Christ, asked him, "Lord, how many times shall my brother sin against me, and I forgive him? Up to 7 times? That sounds like a good number." Jesus said to him, "No, I say to you, up to 77 times, or 70 times 7, depending on the version you read. But the point is, a lot of times, enough times for you to lose count." Jesus answers this question by telling the story of the unforgiving servant. We've met him before, the guy whose debt was forgiven, but in spite of the forgiveness that he received, he found a fellow servant who owed him money much less than he owed his master and was merciless. The master heard all about it and was angry, throws the first servant into jail. In our last few devotions, we spoke about the lifeline of forgiving self. We have to give ourselves some grace and take the lifeline of forgiveness that God has to offer. But when God extends his lifeline, as we put our hands out to take it, we have to offer it to others. And when we do, we leave their wrongs behind in the sea. He throws our sin into the depths of the ocean, out through the air at high tide from shore, to be buried beneath the waves somewhere beyond the horizon. Isaiah says that he blots them out and remembers them no more. The psalmist said, as far as the east is from the west, so far has he removed our sins from us. Has somebody caused you pain? Throw them a lifeline and leave their wrong behind in the sea of forgetfulness.